The life cycle of the ball python. Wildlife documentary. Across warm landscapes, movement often goes unnoticed. Not every predator relies on speed or sound. Some survive by remaining almost invisible. The ball python is a ground-dwelling constrictor. Its body is built for slow, controlled motion. Every movement is measured, conserving energy at all times. Smooth overlapping scales reduce friction against soil and plants. The pattern breaks up the outline of the body. Camouflage is its first layer of protection. Unlike active hunters, this species relies on patience. Long periods of stillness are part of its daily rhythm. Waiting is often more effective than pursuit. Ball pythons occupy grasslands, savannas, and lightly wooded areas. They prefer environments with cover and stable temperatures. Shelter is more important than open space. Much of their life is spent hidden underground. Burrows provide safety from predators and extreme heat. These spaces also conserve body moisture. Activity increases during low light conditions. Dusk and night offer protection from larger predators. Darkness becomes an advantage. The head is compact, with heat-sensitive pits along the jaw. These organs detect warm-blooded prey nearby. Vision is secondary to temperature sensing. This species is not built for long chases. Instead, success depends on precision and timing. Energy is saved for moments that truly matter. At first glance, the ball python seems passive, but survival here demands constant awareness. This quiet presence marks the beginning of a complex journey. After establishing its place within the environment, survival becomes routine. For the ball python, each day follows a quiet but demanding rhythm. Energy must always be carefully managed. Most of the time, the snake remains hidden. Stillness reduces detection by predators and prey alike. Movement is reserved only for moments of necessity. As daylight fades, activity slowly increases. Lower temperatures reduce water loss and overheating. Dusk marks the beginning of opportunity. Chemical signals in the air are constantly sampled. The tongue collects information from the environment. Every flick builds a picture of nearby movement. The body advances close to the ground. Muscles contract in smooth, coordinated waves. This form of movement conserves strength over long periods. Hunting does not begin with pursuit. Instead, the snake positions itself along natural pathways. Waiting becomes part of the strategy. Small mammals and birds move through these same routes. When prey passes within reach, reaction is immediate. There is no warning and little escape. The strike is fast and precise. Coils wrap tightly around the body of the prey. Breathing is restricted within seconds. Once the struggle ends, feeding begins. Flexible jaws allow the snake to swallow prey whole. This single meal may last for days. After feeding, movement stops almost entirely. Digestion demands warmth and safety. For now, survival depends on remaining unseen once more. Survival is not defined by behavior alone. It is shaped by anatomy, refined over generations. Every feature of the ball python reflects long adaptation to its environment. The body is compact and muscular rather than long and slender. This form favors strength over speed. Constriction depends on power, not pursuit. Smooth overlapping scales protect the skin while reducing friction. They allow the snake to move efficiently across soil and vegetation. This design minimizes energy loss during locomotion. Dark blotches break up the outline of the body. Against grass, dirt, and leaf litter, the snake becomes difficult to detect. Camouflage reduces encounters before they begin. The head is small and compact. This shape allows entry into narrow spaces and burrows. Shelter often determines survival during extreme conditions. Along the jawline are heat-sensitive pits. These organs detect subtle temperature differences. Warm-blooded prey can be located even in darkness. Chemical sensing plays an equally important role. The tongue gathers particles from the air and ground. This information guides movement without visual confirmation. The jaws are loosely connected rather than fused. This allows the mouth to expand far beyond head width. Prey larger than the head can still be swallowed whole. Muscular coils apply pressure with each breath of the prey. Blood flow is restricted quickly and efficiently. The process reduces injury and conserves energy. These adaptations work together as a system. Strength, patience, and sensory awareness replace speed. This design prepares the snake for the demands ahead. For the ball python, survival is governed by energy. Every movement carries a cost. Every decision must balance risk against reward. Unlike active predators, this species spends most of its time inactive. Stillness reduces energy loss and exposure. Doing nothing is often the safest option. Hunting begins only when energy reserves decline. The snake does not chase opportunity. It waits for the right conditions to align. Natural pathways funnel prey through narrow spaces. The ball python positions itself with care. Success depends on location rather than speed. When the strike comes, it is decisive. The prey has little time to respond. Years of adaptation converge in a single moment. Constriction follows immediately. Each coil tightens as the prey exhales. The process ends efficiently, reducing injury. Feeding is slow and deliberate. Flexible jaws and muscles stretch to their limits. One meal may sustain the snake for many days. After feeding, movement almost entirely stops. Digestion requires warmth and safety. During this time, vulnerability increases. The snake seeks shelter to avoid disturbance. Predators and environmental stress pose real danger. Remaining hidden becomes essential once again. This cycle of hunger, action, and rest repeats throughout life. Energy dictates behavior at every stage. The rhythm shapes growth and survival. Growth in the ball python is slow and gradual. There are no sudden transformations. Change happens quietly over long periods of time. Each successful feeding contributes to growth. Muscle mass increases before length becomes noticeable. Strength develops long before size becomes obvious. As the body grows, the outer skin becomes tight. Colors fade and the surface appears dull. This signals the approach of shedding. Fluid builds beneath the old skin. The eyes turn cloudy, reducing vision temporarily. During this stage, the snake becomes more vulnerable. Movement decreases even further. Shelter becomes essential for protection. Exposure during this period carries high risk. Shedding begins around the mouth. The snake pushes forward, slowly peeling away the old layer. The process requires both time and energy. In a single piece, the old skin is left behind. A brighter, more flexible surface is revealed. Growth becomes visible once again. After shedding, movement improves noticeably. Sensitivity to temperature and vibration increases. The body is once again optimized for survival. Feeding often resumes soon after. Energy intake supports the next phase of growth. This cycle repeats many times throughout life. Each shedding marks another step toward maturity. Time shapes the body through repetition. Eventually, growth gives way to a new purpose. As growth slows, the priorities of survival begin to shift. The body is now fully developed. Energy can be redirected toward reproduction. Seasonal changes influence behavior. Subtle differences in temperature and humidity act as signals. These cues help determine the timing of reproduction. Males begin searching for receptive females. Chemical signals guide movement across the landscape. Courtship relies on contact rather than display. Mating occurs without prolonged conflict. The encounter is brief and controlled. Its outcome, however, will shape the future of the species. After mating, the female carries developing eggs internally. Her body mass increases gradually. Feeding often becomes less frequent during this period. As egg development continues, movement becomes more deliberate. The female begins searching for a protected site. Environmental stability becomes essential. A suitable nesting location offers warmth and security. Shelter reduces exposure to predators and temperature extremes. The success of the clutch depends on this choice. Eggs are laid in a tight cluster. Their flexible shells allow moisture exchange. This arrangement supports consistent development. The female coils around the eggs to regulate temperature. Subtle muscle contractions generate warmth. For weeks, she remains almost completely still. During incubation, energy reserves are slowly depleted. All remaining effort is invested in the next generation. The future now rests within the eggs. Inside each egg, development nears completion. The young snakes are fully formed, but not yet ready to emerge. Timing now becomes critical. As muscles strengthen, movement increases within the shell. Limited space forces constant contact with the egg walls. This pressure prepares the hatchling for its first effort. Using a temporary egg tooth, the shell is slowly pierced. The opening is small and deliberate. Energy must be carefully conserved. The young ball python begins to emerge. Its body is soft, slender, and highly vulnerable. There is no protection waiting outside the shell. After hatching, movement remains limited. The snake absorbs the last nutrients from the yolk. This brief pause is essential for survival. Instinct takes over almost immediately. When disturbed, the young python coils into a tight ball. This defensive response appears from the very beginning of life. There is no parental guidance. The hatchling soon leaves the nesting site on its own. Separation reduces competition and risk. Shelter becomes the first priority. Grass, soil, and narrow spaces provide essential cover. Exposure often leads to rapid loss. The first meals are small but critical. Feeding success determines early growth and strength. Many do not survive this stage. Only a small number will endure these early challenges. For those that do, the rhythm of life begins to stabilize. The journey toward adulthood quietly continues. For those that survive early life, adulthood arrives quietly. Growth slows, but strength continues to increase. The body now reflects years of adaptation. An adult ball python is compact and muscular. Smooth scales protect the skin and reduce friction. Every feature supports efficiency rather than speed. Movement becomes deliberate and economical. There is no wasted motion. Energy is conserved for moments that truly matter. Feeding follows long periods of waiting. When prey comes within reach, action is immediate. Experience improves precision over time. After feeding, digestion may last for days. The snake remains hidden and inactive. This balance reduces risk during vulnerability. Even in adulthood, the body continues to change. Shedding replaces worn skin and maintains flexibility. Each cycle marks continued survival. Defense remains simple and unchanged. When threatened, the python curls into a tight ball. This strategy has endured for generations. Within its ecosystem, the ball python plays a quiet role. It helps regulate prey populations. Its presence reflects balance rather than dominance. Much of its life remains unseen. Hidden beneath grass and soil, the cycle continues. Another season passes without notice. From egg to adulthood, survival depends on patience and restraint. Few complete the journey. But for those that do, life begins again.